TIFU by leaving after being told I'd be called, by user gamer from 1994. When I was in junior high I went to a Guitar Hero tournament and I was told we will call you, and so I left and I waited all day for a phone call. Which brings us to more recently to a few years ago. My initial foo was misreading what time I needed to be at a job interview by 30 minutes, and so I asked what I should do. I was told don't worry, they'll call you and ask you about rescheduling. And so I left and I waited all day for a phone call that never came. And then a few days later, I received an email saying that I was not selected for the job. It was perhaps 6 to 12 months later that I ever so randomly woke up and it occurred to me that in both of these instances they were going to call my name out loud. TLDR, was told I'd be called and so I left. I later realized that I was gonna have my name called out loud. TIFU because my eyeballs are faster than my brain, by user deleted. So I may have seen something that I wasn't supposed to. I came home a little early on Friday and went upstairs to see my boyfriend. He was getting ready to clock out and had his Teams message thread up with his friend from work. I don't really care what they talk about and normally it's just work patient related stuff anyway, so I try to avert my eyes anyway for privacy. But as I glanced past the screen walking to my computer, my eyes caught on something. The word engagement. As in engagement ring. I did a quick glance down the thread and basically my boyfriend was saying how Twitter is now giving him engagement ring ads, and she said LOL, make sure not to browse Twitter with my name next to you. I just sat down facing away from the computer and acted like I didn't see anything. He actually asked if I'd seen anything on the computer as he logged off. I told him no and I think he believed me. I feel so bad. And to make this worse, my best friend Acta Oli asked me, in a nonchalant, totally her way that had me questioning nothing, to confirm my ring size about 3 weeks ago. I didn't even realize this until I was started to text her to process what I saw. So I ended up not texting her and no one knows what I saw. Now, I feel even worse. I somehow always ruin surprise plans when they are specifically for me. Obviously, I don't know anything about anything else, but I feel like I'm going to ruin whatever surprise is being planned. Honestly, nothing could be being planned, but our 3-year anniversary is coming up. Now I'm worried about not looking like a dumbass or having jewelry somehow not fit on my suddenly ham-hock-sized fingers. Ugh. Why am I the way I am? TLDR, I think my wonderful, amazing, fantastic boyfriend is planning to propose and I may have ruined it because I'm an idiot. TIFU by having more than one FWB, by user beneficial _froyo 766. I'm 22F, am bi, and for the past 4 months, I've been hooking up with a guy, 21M, and a girl, 23F. These two people look nothing alike, and I had no reason to believe they were related, so I was horrified when he invited me out for a concert last night with a group that he said would be some of his friends and his older sister, and saw that she was in the group. I asked if they were friends, but he said they were brother and sister. He said that he looks more like his mom while his sister looked more like his dad, which was why they don't look very similar. She didn't mention anything during the concert. In fact, she didn't talk to me the entire show. When I got home, she texted me asking me straight up if I was fucking her brother, and I haven't responded yet because I literally don't know how. TLDR, TIFU by being a hornymfer and fucking the wrong people. TIFU by using 100% pineapple juice as a chaser, by user Marshmallowbird. So this happened last night. My fiancé went out and got some alcohol. He came back with 100% pineapple juice as a chaser. It tasted pretty good, even though I don't really enjoy pineapple. I ended up drinking 1 can of it, and my fiancé drank 4. Today when I woke up, my stomach was hurting, and I ran to the bathroom. One of the worst shits I have ever taken in my life. It hurt, and it just kept coming. The amount of shit that came out of my body was insane. I was concerned when I looked in the toilet. My poor fiancé is having a much worse time than me. Explosive, fiery pain poop is shooting from his body every hour. He had 4 cans, so I can only imagine it's 4 times worse. The screams, the horrible screams. So yeah, don't use 100% pineapple juice as a chaser no matter how good it tastes. Edit, I wanted to add this was not normal pineapple juice, this was pure concentrated pineapple juice that is used for mixing cocktails. Not sure why we thought it would be fine. Edit 2, it seems that the pineapple juice may have been spoiled because others in the comments drink it regularly. I sure hope not because he bought it from the store yesterday, and I can't check because I threw all the cans away today. TLDR drank 100% pineapple juice as a chaser, got explosive diarrhea. TIFU by putting milk in fruit tea, by user McCain. When I was 13 I had the opportunity to go on a German exchange trip. I was learning German at school, and it seemed like a great idea to spend a week with a German family, following my exchange partner's daily life and learning about the culture too. Upon arrival, I discovered they were a few social classes above what I was used to. A very nice house, large plot of land, beautiful mountain backdrop. Incredible. The first morning, we were all sat around the table for a very fancy breakfast they had prepared. Cold meats, nice baked goods, fresh fruit and some freshly brewed tea. As my exchange partner's mum poured me a cup of tea, I asked if I could have some milk added to it. She looked rather perplexed, and clarified in English that I want to add milk to my tea. I confirmed that I always have milk with my tea, so she obliged with my request. I started eating, and then went to take a sip of my tea. The entire family of 5 watched me as I took a sip. That was when I realized that it was not my usual black, British tea that I had enjoyed so readily for most of my life. It was in fact, blackcurrant tea. As a 13-year-old in a new environment, I was too embarrassed to admit my error. Despite how awful it tasted, I finished the entire cup of tea without complaint. Unfortunately for me, my exchange partner's mum was very attentive of my needs. Every single morning I came to the breakfast table, there was a cup of tea waiting for me, milk already added. Every morning, like a ritual, I had to finish my cup of milky blackcurrant tea and pretend to enjoy it because I could not come to admit that I had fucked up. I drank blackcurrant tea with milk every morning for a week, trying my best not to gag because I didn't know that fruit tea was a thing.